Next.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruno.
Hi, I'm Hollis Silverman, and here we're going to be talking about PMS versus PMDD. Now, PMS, which is premenstrual syndrome, 51% of women of the population has some form of PMS. Now I'm going to be talking about PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder. 8% of the population has PMDD. Now, the difference between PMS and PMDD, I'm going to talk about first. Well, PMDD is basically a severe, sometimes disabling extension of PMS, meaning that there's rapid mood shifts in a woman's daily life. So
Second by second, minute by minute?
Yes, basically. So a woman goes from really happy to extremely rageful. And then they go from feeling like they're so sad and that there's a huge catastrophe to they are completely anxious and don't know what to do with themselves. So their emotional state really fluctuates from backwards, forward, sideways, all around. That's basically the biggest difference between PMS and PMDD is the rapid shift in moods.
And how do you tell the difference between PMDD and possibly another severe mental health issue, maybe like bipolar 2 disorder?
So the biggest way that you would recognize the difference when that, between a psychiatric illness and PMDD is that PMDD comes a week or two before your menstrual period and then remits at the onset of your menstrual period. So basically, if the psychiatric symptoms continued on after your menstrual period, then you would know that it could be bipolar 2. And it actually gets confused quite often, PMDD and bipolar 2 specifically.
I had actually a girlfriend that had PMDD, and she would become extremely rageful. Almost got arrested once, but yes, and she had considerable difficulty holding down a job and figuring out her day-to-days during that 2-week period. It's almost like she became a different person. I hate to say it like that, but that's how stark the contrast was between 1 week and the following.
Yes, Dr. Bruno. That actually is very common with women who have PMDD, is that they have a very, very difficult time just doing everyday activities. They have a lot of difficulty with keeping relationships. Oftentimes they'll damage relationships and it's not because they are meaning to, it's not even self-sabotaging, it's just that their hormone levels go from one extreme to another extreme, and so they have a very hard time even, like you said, holding down a job, keeping a relationship, even just going to the store and getting groceries. Everything is a very, very difficult task for them. So, and it's really important, I think, for women nowadays to educate themselves about their bodies and about the feelings that they're going through, and not to minimize their feelings per se, because it is hormonal and it is normal if you are experiencing these things, and maybe you've never known why this has been happening to you, because it's not, you don't hear about it so much. If anything, PMS kind of gets a little bit,
it's shunned.
It's shunned,
absolutely. And you can feel like people minimize what you're going through, and then you feel crazy. Again, that word crazy. So, and you're not. I always use the rule of 3. If you experience it for 3 months in a row, then go see your doctor and figure out what's going on, or 3 days in a row if it's cold, and so on and so forth. But so what are some of the things that we can do if we are possibly diagnosed with PMDD? Is there a therapy? Is there a medicine? What's out there?
Yes, I would definitely recommend first going to your doctor, whether it's your general practitioner or going to your OBGYN, and talking to them about medications to help with your mood, whether it's SSRIs, whether it is benzodiazepines for anxiety. You want to be careful with that though. Obviously, that's at your doctor's discretion. And there's also a lot of homeopathic remedies that you can do as well to help with PMS symptoms and PMDD symptoms, such as exercising.
Eating well, vitamins, calcium will help with some of the physical issues that you might experience because of PMDD. Um, so we all experience them with PMS. So it's like backache, stomach ache, headache, all the aches.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Magnesium is really important.
Yes.
You really want to keep your magnesium levels as high as you can. So I really recommend taking magnesium and calcium. You can even get the supplement together 10 days prior to your menstrual period. And the way that you can keep track of your menstrual period, they've got some great apps out there. And you could do some monthly charting. And you can write down how you were feeling that day, if you were having any sugar cravings, if you were having any bouts of sadness or irritability. I would definitely indicate that on the chart just to keep, just for you to have that for your own information and to know your own body.
And that's really important too when you go to your doctor because we don't remember. I know how many girlfriends have come up to me. I'm like, I don't remember when I last had my period. And I'm like, I don't know either. So it's important when you go to your doctor because we all get that white coat syndrome. So and those symptoms and the severity of the symptoms are really important to know which one are you dealing with because you don't want to be put on meds if you don't need to be put on meds. And again, like Hollis said, use your discretion. Whatever medicinal suggestions that we give, they are just suggestions, and you need to see your primary care physician. So,
absolutely.
Well, thank you for joining us,
and stay tuned for more information coming soon.
Bye.